An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Buying time to his left. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Murray. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Brady. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, it's a question that's been asked over and over and over, but CD, I'll pose it to you anyway. What do you have to do defensively to stop Tom Brady?
It's one of the great questions in the NFL, and there are a ton of defensive coaches who are retired at this point because they tried to stop Tom Brady and couldn't get it done. You've got to have excellent defenders, guys who can stick to their men like glue, because he's so good at finding those open receivers and then putting the ball into tight windows and completing passes downfield.
Brady now on first down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first down, Brady. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the first and goal.
That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Murray going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray now to throw. And he will find his man Samuel. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And bulldozing his way through. There he goes right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. And when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And, Charles, you look at these 2 teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one, 39 yards. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Adams.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Saints have moved out in front. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
All right, Charles, you know, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season? All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And got his man complete. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Brady looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 45 on 2nd down, Murray.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Hits Murray. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So two thoughts come to mind. One, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number two, talk to your...
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And he is into the end zone, so they get two more on the board here just before halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick six on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Taking a shot for Samuel.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Throwing on first down is Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And this defense rallies, and they stop them short of the first down right near the 24. They'll go for it. It's Brady.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
Touchdown, Saints.
Justin Jefferson
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, oh, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Philly. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incomplete.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually...
Touchdown, Eagles! Deebo Samuel with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gano the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. On play action, it's Brady. Going deep for Diggs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. To try again after the sack. Murray, they'll roll him out right. throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
On 2nd and goal, Murray. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber?
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Davante Adams. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just me. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady.
And the Saints are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And now here is another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. To throw, it's Brady. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Saints are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A big play there for Philly. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Flush to his right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Saints. Devontae Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
61, Eagles 34.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Murray now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Brady going to throw here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a play fake. Brady. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for two. Brady will look to throw for it.
And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like